Warner Brothers. It's the Nightmare on Elm Street 7 film collection on 4K, a long-awaited release. Some people seem to be mixed on it already. Some people seem to be happy with it. If you just want the films in 4K looking good, then this is a set that you're going to really enjoy to own. If you want a little more than that, you're probably going to be a little disappointed because obviously if Arrow or Scream Factory or somebody like that would have put this out, they may have been a little more effort into it. I don't know. But as it is, you get the films in 4K, and they all look better than they've ever looked, especially Part 2, which I thought used to look really, really bad on Blu-ray. They all look good here. And you get, for the most part, the same extras that you got before. A few new ones here and there. But if you just want the films finally on 4K, and you want them looking nice, this is a set that you're going to want. Here we have the deemed by the Dead Pit folks as the basic bitch version of this release. Not sure the reasons why all of a sudden this is showing up in black instead of the red case that I think the first pressing was. It seems like when all the reviewers got theirs late for some reason. I don't really know why. But when the review versions went out, it was a black case instead of a red case. There you go, theatrical and uncut versions of Nightmare on Elm Street and Nightmare on Elm Street 5. One pair of 3D glasses, so if you're watching with anybody, they're just out of luck. And, yeah, there is some new special features on, like, the new Nightmare, but everything else is kind of like what you've already had. Now, I've reviewed all these movies at one time or another, so I'll just glance over these things here, or gloss over them, I should say. So this is definitely a more compact-friendly version. You can try to use that if you want to. I already used it, so good luck. Here's your one pair of 3D glasses that come with this. But if you own any of the old versions, then maybe you can use those. Here we have the same disc we got when we had the solo release of Nightmare on Elm Street. If you've never seen Nightmare on Elm Street, which I don't know why you'd be watching this video if you haven't, Freddy Kruger is a serial killer, comes back, kills kids in their dreams. First movie has Johnny Depp in it, but our lead lady is Nancy, who is set to kind of figure out what is going on with Freddy Krueger and what is the this and that of it. Comes in dreams. There's bloody scenes. There's people dragged across the wall in blood. There's a pool of blood when someone gets dragged into a bed. So yeah, that's the sum of it. 5 out of 5. One of the best horror movies ever made. I don't really want to get into details on every movie here because, like I said, if you follow the channel, I've reviewed all these before. I just want to give you the gist of it. Same extras as a solo release on that. Then you go on to the very, I don't want to say controversial, but there's definitely some hidden messages and tones in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, which to me has always been a good, horror film. I've always enjoyed it, maybe more so than some of the other ones. When I was a kid, I think everybody's had the dream of Freddy Krueger driving their school bus. Then that's from this one, but basically Freddy's trying to take over a dude's body so he can continue what he was doing before. There's some pretty interesting themes and scenes in that. A lot of people seem to hate on it. I'm a fan of it. I would give that one probably a 3.5 out of 5 as far as Nightmare on Elm Street 2 goes. Not a whole lot of extras on these movies, by the way, individually, other than the first one and the last one. But, extras from before are carried over. So that's what you get there. Film looks better than it's ever looked. We'll say that much. Here we have everybody's personal favorite, for the most part, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. I always like that one. Nancy from the first movie's back. We have a bunch of kids, troubled kids that are, basically using their nightmares now to fight Freddy Krueger, the Dream Warriors. Got the Dokken song. All that good stuff. Was it with the Arquette girl? Is it Roseanne Arquette? Whatever, the girl from True Romance? Can't think of her name. She's basically our de facto lead in this one. Most people will tell you this is a 5-star classic. For me, it's more of a 3.5, maybe 4. Like it, but it's not like the be-all, end-all. Some really cool scenes. This is where Freddy actually ends up getting more comedic. You get the welcome to primetime bitch. You got the let's get high, kill. You've got all that stuff. It's all from this. Then we go to part 4, which a lot of people like this one, The Dream Master. Me, personally, never been my personal favorite one. Anybody that survived the last film is back. For the most part, though, they're not really roped or treated very well. Freddy is resurrected by a dog pissing on him. Don't know how that happens. You've got a recast of Kirsten from our previous movie. It's got some cool kills in it. It's got probably full-fledged ham up Freddy, and I'm gonna give it a 3. I want to say 2.5, but I'll give it a little more credit because it is a good movie for what it is. Better than a lot of other stuff. Just kind of fails in comparison compared to Freddy movies, so I give it a 3. Then we go on to when I was a kid. Me personally thinking Freddy was jumping the shark. It was the Dream Child. Um, this one, as I was saying, whoever survives this movie's been in this movie, but I'll just say that much of it. Some cool effects. You got a pretty cool motorcycle kill in it. This is the uncut version, by the way, which I believe this might have been the first time I've ever seen the uncut version. If unless it's on old VHS or something that I've got, I don't think I've ever seen the uncut version before. Interesting movie. Dream deals with, easy for me to say, our lead being pregnant and worried about Freddy and all this and all that. So yeah, this one to me is probably on par or not. So I'll give it a 3. No, yeah, 3. I'll give it a 3. So it's at least equal, if not a little better than the previous one. Then we go to Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. Now this is something that when I was a kid, I thought was going to be the greatest thing ever. It's got this little NES scene in it. At all in all, I'm just going to say it should have been better than what it was. You deal with like Freddy's more backstory of Freddy. Does Freddy have children? Is the lead guy his child? Is it this? Is it that? Freddy at his 100% funniest probably. So yeah, it's another 3 for me. 3.5, 3. There's really I don't think there's no bad Freddy movie. Even a bad Freddy movie to me is still better than most movies. So yeah, Freddy's Dead is what it is. And then that gives us to the new Nightmare where Freddy's coming out of the movies. Basically everything else has been a movie. Now Fred's coming into real life, and it's kind of very meta, very very Scream before Scream. It's also Wes Craven, so that's kind of a coincidence. But yeah, it's a good movie. It's a solid movie. Freddy ain't funny, but I still give it a 3.5. It's got Heather Lemkamp's back from the first two movies, or first excuse me, the first movie and the third movie. So yeah, that's the movies, and they're individual, which to me is automatically better than what we got with this thing that came out forever ago, where you've got like most of the movies were sharing a disc. So, and plus, like the New Nightmare actually has a few new extras that wasn't previously on anything. So yeah, if you're looking for something solid that is very spacious, and let's be honest, all the Nightmare on Elm Street films are good. This is a great version of this set to own. If you want a little something more elaborate, you can go spend an arm and a leg or get a loan and buy the steelbook version. But I myself am perfectly content with what we got with this Nightmare on Elm Street collection.